Hey, what's going on, guys? We are back for another video. It's been a little bit, actually not that long. It's probably like about a week and a half ago. I did a video for my new channel, Live for a Living. And if you haven't checked that out, you can look that up on YouTube. It's called Live for a Living, of course, all together. And I have a couple of videos up there, and that's my new channel, um, where I will be posting higher level, more advanced stuff, things that I'm working on now, and I want to do a video for you guys. It's actually piggybacking off of that video because I've continued to research and learn on the same topic and learn some stuff, and I've had a little bit more time to apply things and to kind of update you guys with what's going on. But I guess the topic is basically how to get the things that you want. Right? We all have things that we want that we're working for. Most of you guys that are on my email list and are subscribed to my content have an entrepreneurial background, things like that. Maybe you're in the home business or something like that, and you probably connect with this stuff. You're into personal development and reading and listening to audios and things like that. And I've been listening to this one channel on YouTube, actually. Before I forget, you should look it up. It's called, if I remember, what's it called? Well, there's one that's called Vortex of Creation. I believe that's the main one, but there's a lot of people that upload content from that channel, so it's kind of all over the place. But Vortex of Creation is the channel, and the person that basically speaks is called Abraham Hicks, and you should really check out that channel if you're into the law of attraction and things like that, and understanding how it works on a deeper level. Most of you guys probably seen like The Secret and all that stuff, and you kind of have a somewhat of an understanding, because I know when I watched that, and I watched a bunch of videos on law of attraction, I understood some of the concepts, but I didn't understand it fully, and I was left with no action steps, really, like nothing that I can actually implement and take action on. So I was just left with the concept, right? Everybody thinks it's about just thinking positively, and that's not the case. But the law of attraction goes way deeper, and hopefully in this video what I'll be able to do is clear out some things for you if this is something that you're interested in, and kind of let you know what I have going on, how it's working, and really steps that you can use to implement it into your own life. I've learned so much in the last couple weeks studying this concept, because it's something I find really interesting, right? It's because it's not tangible. It's a concept that you either choose or choose not to believe in, but it's one of those things that is working whether you believe it is or not. And if you don't understand it and basically take advantage and control over it, it'll work against you automatically by default, because you're not utilizing it, you're not in control of it. So sometimes it's working for you, sometimes it's not, and you don't understand what's really going on, right? And you kind of feel like you're not in control of your life and your circumstances. So it's a topic that I've really been interested in. And the one thing I can tell you is, when they say think positively, they're trying to, there's a understanding that they're missing there. It's not just about thought, although that's basically where it starts, but it's also emotion. And it's about utilizing your emotions to change your circumstances and your thoughts, and using your emotions as indicators for where you are, right? There's a concept of the vortex. Basically, it's where everything you want is. It's basically the path where you're designed to be on, that will get you everything that you want. And the goal is to get into that vortex where that's where you're designed to be in, where everything just flows into your life. And when you're, there's times where, think about it like this, there's times where you're just having a bad day, right? Things are going wrong, you got a flat tire, you get some random bill, things like that, or you're late to work, whatever it may be, and things just kind of start going downhill from there. And I don't know if you ever stop to think about, why do sometimes people say I'm having a bad day, right? What are the odds of everything going wrong that day, right? It's usually when that happens, it's because you started off on the wrong note, and you stayed there. So now you started tumbling down, and everything you thought of brought you straight down, and you attracted everything else from that point on, because you were thinking from a place, not just of something. You were thinking from a place where you were dissatisfied and angry or frustrated, and now everything that came to your mind attracted all the bad stuff that came afterwards, right? And it's super important that you understand it, because if you don't, again, like I said before, it's gonna work against you. Um, the key is to feel great all the time. And sometimes it's hard when people just say, think positively, or whatever's going on, just be happy or whatever. And it sometimes I understand it would be kind of difficult to, like, something bad happens, to just feel happy about it. I'm not saying feel happy about something bad that happened. What I'm getting at is to be in control of your emotions, because that's your responsibility. Think about this. I've heard it put this way: how many people in your daily life that you run into are basically capable of ruining your day? Like, how many people, if you think about it, how many people can ruin your day on a daily basis that you encounter? And if you even say one, there's a problem, because that means your happiness is conditional. And that's what the problem is. That's what I'm trying to get at. It's about feeling great where you are, because you know where you're going, and you're able to feel great as if you had the things you had, like, that you want, without having them yet. Instead of saying, oh, I wish I had my car or whatever, I'm going to be so happy once I get my car. What you're basically saying is, I'm going to be miserable until then. There's a big gap between what you have and where you are, and what you want and where you're trying to get to. And as long as there's a big gap and you're waiting to feel good before you have it, there's a problem. Like, you shouldn't have to have something in order to feel good. You know what I'm saying? And what ends up happening is your happiness is conditional. And when you think about it like that, that means you can go out today and you're basically hoping that something doesn't go wrong, because, again, you're not in control if you don't understand what's going on. And you can go in and somebody could be rude to you, somebody cut you off on the road, something, and basically at any moment your mood can just completely change. Now you're pissed off, and now, because you're thinking about what happened, you're actually attracting that more by tying that into emotion, because thought plus emotion equals attraction. And now everything goes downhill from there. And really, where the law of attraction comes into place is at the point where you understand how you feel, basically utilizing your emotions as indicators of where you are. When you feel great, that is where you want to be all the time, right? You always want to feel great, obviously. So why not choose to feel great all the time? And again, like, if you're like me, you understand concepts, but you also want things that you can apply, like applicable stuff that you can implement on a daily basis to get you going, if this makes sense to you. And I started applying this, and I realized, you know what? I don't want anybody in control of my mood. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're basically like a fish in the ocean. Once you leave your home in the morning, you're basically a fish in the ocean with no fins. You're out there, the water's pushing you around, the wind's blowing you, you have no way of getting to where you want to go. You're not in control, and you're just hoping that you land somewhere great, right? And that's how you basically are if you don't understand the law of attraction, and that you have to be in control of your emotions, and that you can't allow other people or external factors to ruin your mood. Because then what happens is, now you're in the bad vibration, now you're pissed off, or you're thinking about things that you shouldn't be thinking about. And by thinking about things that you don't want, you're actually creating momentum and giving those vibrational thoughts momentum to attract more of that. That's why they say, make sure that you don't think about the things that you don't want, right? Because if you keep thinking about that, that's what the universe is going to continue to give you. And that's the key. So, like, just to wrap up the video, what you want to basically do is, when you wake up in the morning, feel like, live intentionally. Say, you know what, today's going to be a great day because I'm going to make it a great day, and it's not going to be dependent on anything or anybody else, right? And choose to be happy and at peace with where you are, because you know you're progressing, you're moving forward, and you can be happy where you are, right? So it's basically, if you're working out, you have a specific goal, specific weight that you're trying to hit. You don't have to be miserable from now until you hit that goal, right? You can be exercising, look yourself in the mirror, and be happy that you're progressing. And that's what I'm talking about. Being happy where you are, because you know you're progressing, and don't focus on the things that are pissing you off. It's about being emotionally stable and seeing things for what they are, and not allowing external factors to throw you around and basically lose your foundation, right? It's your choice to be happy, and do not allow your happiness to be conditional on other things. You're in control, and you're responsible for your own emotions. By feeling great all the time, you're always on the path, right? That's how the universe can communicate with you. Because if the universe is trying to get you what you want, and you're asking for the universe and the future, so I want this and I'm working towards this, it wants to give it to you. But if you're in the wrong mindset, in the wrong place in life, you're not stable, what ends up happening is the universe can't communicate with you. The universe has a walkie-talkie and you have one, but you're on the wrong frequency and you can't communicate with each other. It's trying to tell you something, but you can't hear it because you're focused on all the stuff that you don't want. So it can't give you what you want because you're focused on the wrong areas. So wake up in the morning, say, you know what, this is gonna be a great day. I'm gonna make it a great day. It has nothing to do with what anybody else is doing. I'm gonna do what I want to do to basically move myself forward. I'm gonna be happy doing that, and I'm gonna look for the signs where I can see what I want coming to me, because you're gonna get signs. It's gonna be fast. Like once you start applying this, literally within the same day or the next day, you're gonna start seeing signs. Like, oh, that's interesting. Like yesterday, I saw the car that I want, which is a Corvette Stingray convertible, and I've seen them a couple of times or whatever. And but as I continue to apply these things, it's like obvious that things are like in your face now. Like it's the first time that I actually was able to pull up next to one on a stoplight, and I'm like, wow, it was a really long light as well. And I'm like, wow, this is interesting. And I talked to the guy, kind of waved at the driver and stuff like that. But the little things are happening, so realizing that you're on the right path and you'll understand what's going on, and you be in control. That's the most important thing. So I hope you get something out of that, and hopefully that concept is a little bit more clear to you, and you can understand that you're in control. Be happy at all times, and forget about everything and everybody else. Work on your goals and do what you got to do, and you're gonna see the signs, and things will start to manifest, and the universe will get you what you want. So hopefully you got something with that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.